So let's look for some light on the justice horizon. I think we can find some, but we'll probably have to turn our eyes at this moment to the state of Georgia. Let's talk about that, because justice matters. Hey all, Glenn Kirshner here. So as we wait for Merrick Garland and the Department of Justice to hold Donald Trump and the other ruling class criminals accountable for, well, anything, let's look for some light on the justice horizon. And we can probably find it, but I think at this moment we'll have to turn our lonely eyes to the state of Georgia. Specifically, the criminal investigation into Donald Trump's election crimes being conducted by Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis. Because two stories broke today, and when you sort of read them in conjunction, it's pretty clear that they are stories of good and evil. Let's start with the good. This from CNN. Headline, former White House aide Hutchinson will testify Wednesday before Atlanta area grand jury. And that article begins, former White House aide Cassidy Hutchinson will testify Wednesday before an Atlanta area special grand jury probing efforts by former President Donald Trump and his allies to overturn the 2020 election in Georgia, a source familiar with the matter told CNN. Hutchinson, a former top aide to then White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows, previously cooperated with investigations by the House Select Committee investigating January 6, 2021, and she also cooperated with the Justice Department. Hutchinson could offer Georgia prosecutors insights about what she witnessed in the West Wing, as well as specific steps her former boss took related to Georgia. In public testimony before the January 6 committee this summer, she revealed how Trump and his inner circle were warned about the potential for violence on January 6 and how the former president wanted to join the throngs of his supporters at the Capitol. So this is a good development, friends. Most of us saw Cassidy Hutchinson testify before the January 6th House Select Committee investigating the insurrection. And she is a brave young woman. She was a strong witness. She was unflinching. And she talked in some detail about what Donald Trump did, about what Mark Meadows did, and her testimony was damaging, not only of Trump, but of Mark Meadows. So this is clearly a good development for District Attorney Willis's criminal investigation of Trump and Mark Meadows in the state of Georgia. So that's the good. Let's turn to the evil. CNN headline, Michael Flynn ordered to testify in Atlanta grand jury probe into Trump's election subversion. Former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn must testify before an Atlanta area special grand jury investigating efforts by former President Donald Trump and his allies to overturn the 2020 election in Georgia, a Florida judge ordered Tuesday. And this quote from the judge, quote, I am going to make a finding that the witness is indeed material and necessary in the special grand jury proceeding in the state of Georgia, said Judge Charles Roberts of the 12th Judicial Circuit Court in Florida. Judge Roberts also declined Flynn's request that he put the order to testify on hold while the Trump ally appeals it. So friends, it's great that the judge ordered Mike Flynn to testify. But I think we all know that Mike Flynn's testimony will not forward the investigative ball for District Attorney Fani Willis. Why do I say that? Well, we saw how Mike Flynn performed last time he was placed under oath and he was called upon to testify about the crimes of Donald Trump. He had an opportunity to help save democracy, to help hold Trump accountable for his democracy-busting crimes. And what did small, unpatriotic, cowardly Mike Flynn do? Fifth. He pled the fifth. He invoked his Fifth Amendment right against self-incrimination over and over and over again. He was unwilling to tell the truth, to try to help save our democracy, to try to help repair the damage Donald Trump did to our nation. No, instead, he protected his own hide. Fifth, because his truthful testimony would have incriminated him, because he was obviously part of Trump's conspiracy to overthrow our democracy, to deny the American people the results of a full, fair, and free presidential election, to try to keep Donald Trump in power unconstitutionally. That's what Mike Flynn did. I'll tell you, talk about your ruling class criminals. Mike Flynn is one of them. And friends, there will be no justice in America until Donald Trump and all of the other ruling class criminals are held accountable. There will be no justice. And justice matters. As always, friends, please stay safe. Please stay tuned. And I look forward to talking with you all again tomorrow.